Mr. here back in the video. Today's video of Elle was in Teledrama Island, so let's begin. So Elle's in the Gophers first of all, and Izzy and Katie's what teams. Elle wouldn't jump, but I think Elle jumps, and I think the Killer Bats lose, and Izzy kills his comment. Elle would call out Heather for sabotaging Eva, and I think Eva still gets eliminated. Noah refuses Satch doesn't compete. I think Elle would try to make some moves, and most likely would see Cody as a good option and Ellen. This is because he's seen Heather manipulating the Beth, and he knows Elle cannot get them on side. So he talks to Owen and Cody on how they should make an alliance. However, he says to Owen rather than an alliance, he talks on how we should be in like a friend group. And it's like the underdogs, because he knows Owen can't keep a secret, so he says it in a way where Owen's able to actually not say anything. I think in the end, Noah still gets sent home. In episode 5 of the talent show, it's Justin, Trent, and Heather. I think here Harold still wins the challenge, and to go for some elimination. So Heather gets Izzy, Beth, Lindsay, Owen, and then it's these six. And Elle would be on this side. Now Elle makes a deal with Cody to promise to get rid of Trent, if that's what he still wants later on down the line, which of course Elle would agree. And of course Heather gets sent home. And episode 6 is the Sucky Outdoors. Justin would use his lock science in Bethan's episode and realize he can use that to his advantage. Owen would also be trapped by Justin, which would annoy Elle because he wants to get Justin out as quick as possible. But it doesn't change anything as Katie still gets eliminated. Episode 7 would be a factor, and Elle's here, he would say, is like flying with Owen and Izzy. But I think whatever it is, he could pass. Cody and LaShawna fail, Gwen and Trent pass, Justin fails, Beth passes, and Lindsay. Harold, Duncan passes, fails, fails. So Sadie passes, and then Tyler gets voted off. In episode 8, Up the Creek, Justin would get Lindsay to go with Trent, Cody and Gwen, Owen, Cody and Gwen, Owen and Justin, Shauna and Beth, Izzy, which leaves Elle and Beth. I think Elle would try to reason with Beth in this episode and try to get her on side in the alliance to get Justin out. But Beth says she likes Justin too much, which Elle realizes this could be a problem. So for now, he would just act friendly and act natural until the time is right. I think Izzy still gets chased down with his CRMP though. Luckily for Elle, he can do that. In episode... Now, it is possible that Elle may have not allowed Izzy to get tracked down here because he might have been a part of the investigation, but it doesn't really change anything. So episode 9, People of the Hunter. Basically, Elle is a deer with Justin. And it's the same with the Killer Bass. So DJ still wins the challenge. And Justin would be so pathetic in this challenge, to the point where they would lose, right? And I think Elle can get these 4. So these 4 vote Justin. But Elle realizes, now, Beth still has the cursed statue at this point, right? But Justin gets Beth to reveal it to the group, so they have no choice but to vote her off, which annoys Elle. In episode 10's cooking challenge, and Owen still eats the ribs while Justin's the leader. Killbass won the challenge, and everyone votes off Owen for eating the ribs. Elle would vote for Justin, but everyone else votes off Owen. Cody would also vote Justin. In episode 11, Who You Can Trust, it's Trent and Gwen, Duncan and DJ, Jeff and Bridget, Lindsay and Justin. No, Lindsay and Cody. Lindsay and Justin. Justin gets anything from Ray. Cody, LaShawna, Courtney, Sadie, Elle, Harold, Lindsay, and Duncan. I think Elle gets sent to the infirmary. And I think DJ and Jeff, Gwen and Shauna, DJ still uses the challenge, Sadie goes. Episode 12, basic training. Gwen wins the challenge, Justin doesn't get out early on, and Elle does okay. Courtney gets to vote straight against her. Episode 13, Dexter by Torture. DJ. DJ Jeff, and Harold skis. Trent, Shauna, and then Lindsay skis. So Lindsay still wins. Harold would win now for the challenge for the killer bass. Now the thing is, Justin would vote for Lashana with Lindsay, and Justin would go to Elle and talk to him on how if you vote me off, you're next for Lashana. So I hope you're prepared for that. And as much as Elle would rather get rid of Justin, I think he realizes Justin has a point, and he needs to get rid of him before the merge. So I think he's going to side with these guys to vote for Justin. In episode 14, it's basically just guys, just girls, but it's a non-elimination round. So now we're at the merge, and we bring back one contestant, and that's Izzy. So in episode 15, Shauna wins the challenge, and Elle deduces that Harold rigged the votes against Courtney. Because logically it doesn't make any sense. These three vote for Duncan. These three vote Harold. I think Elle would Izzy would tell everyone that Harold rigged the votes, and I feel like Elle would also back this statement up, so I think Harold gets eliminated. Episode 16, I think Duncan now wins immunity because Elle would just replace Heather. So let's just say that Elle has immunity to give him the maximum plot in this episode, as it stated that he's slightly evil. So Elle has Cody in the alliance, and he knows Gwen, Trent, and Cody are like a trio. And with Shauna, so like a 4-person alliance. So Duncan would talk to Elle on how they need to vote together, because there's this 4-person alliance. Like Shauna has 4 people on her alliance, and he says that we need to vote for one of them off. Now Elle's able to convince Lindsay, Bridget, and Izzy to vote Lashana, because Lashana won last challenge. I think Duncan could also convince them, and Elle's very much a people person, so he's been on the same team with Lindsay. And I think Elle can very much be quite persuasive. Now, Izzy would happily join Elle, as him and Elle and Izzy would be quick friends. Now, Bridget is a bit more hesitant, but I don't think it really matters here because I think Lashana gets eliminated. Episode 17, Elle wins the challenge. DJ's on the roof, and I think the person to call him out is Izzy. And I think Cody, Elle would side with Duncan for a bit longer. So Izzy, Lindsay, and Cody haven't. So Lindsay and Elle have immunity for DJ Cole and others by Lindsay. So I think Izzy has immunity and Elle. So Elle, Lindsay, and Elle would decide, but these three are kind of a trio. And they choose Gwen because she's the bigger threat, and at this time she's going to win a lot of the challenges, so they gang up on Elle. Gwen because Cody likes Gwen, and Trent is dating Gwen at this point. Episode 18 is the bike race. So Izzy and Elle are off the entire episode. I think Cody and DJ wipe out, and everyone else qualifies second round. So Jeff and Duncan wipe out. Lindsay definitely crosses, and Bridget crosses last. So due to unfair ruling, Bridget is eliminated from the challenge. Episode 19 is still DJ. I think Elle would meet the fake psychic killer. It doesn't really matter though, because it's an elimination. Episode 20 is Become the Gone Wild. I think Elle, the winner would be Elle. And Elle would see duos. So he goes to Lindsay and Izzy and talks about how they need to vote for one of these duos off. And he chooses Elle would get everyone. And I think Izzy would go out like the original because Elle would realize that she's too much of a powerhouse. And she's the biggest threat that's not immune, so she votes Izzy. In episode 21's Become the Gone Wild, so it's Elle and Jeff, Duncan and Trent, Cody and Lindsay. So the eating challenge, I think it's Elle and Jeff. The rest of my island, Elle and Jeff. Relation order, Elle and Jeff. So they win all the challenge. But they think it's a popularity contest, so I think they go for between Lindsay and Trent. I think Trent gets eliminated, as I think Trent will not get popularity contest over Lindsay. In episode 22 is now Lindsay, because Katie said you like Lindsay. In episode 23 is where we have Mr. Coconut as nomination. In episode 24, it's criminal versus detective. So basically, Jeff and Duncan versus Elle and Cody. So it's Gopher versus Killer Bass. Now, Elle is very smart in navigating maps and all that, so I do think Elle and Cody would get there before Jeff and Duncan. So I think Duncan gets eliminated. Episode 25, the Daz Rambo, so Daz would have gone, but they're not around Owen, so that's important. Jeff would make it to the end because he's a party dude and nothing would phase him. So between Elle and Cody, I think Cody gets eliminated, as I don't think he'd be able to match the level of enthusiasm for the challenge. So Jeff and Elle in the finale, and they each get winning endings. Cody would support Elle, Duncan supports Elle, Trent supports Elle, Gwen, Justin, Owen, Heather, and Noah. And that's a quick timeline and total drama. Let's go for side, and now let's get to the Killer Bass. So now we're on the Killer Bass, and I think Elle wouldn't jump, but if he did, it doesn't make a difference because the Killer Bass already lose the challenge. Elle would be friends with Harold and Ezekiel, and I think he would. Duncan has his little friend group. Now, I think Elle would make sure throughout the day that Ezekiel doesn't say his comment. And because Ezekiel never says his comment, Courtney is actually eliminated. Ezekiel would thank Elle for saving him and would say he owes him one. In episode 3's Big Sleep Challenge, Heather would steal Eva's free play, which Elle would call out, which Eva respects Elle heavily for. Elle easily wins the challenge and the Ghost elimination. Now, I think Heather is able to pull Owen, Lindsay. Got that my tail is back. Alright, so and Katie doesn't want to vote. So Katie and Izzy swap teams. It's my bad. And Izzy. So Cody would vote for. No, Cody votes for Trent. And these 5 vote Heather. The other 5 vote Justin. Now I think Noah would also vote Justin here because he cheated during the challenge and they wouldn't want a cheater. In episode 4's Dodgeball, Duncan and Harold still win the challenge. Eva would ask Elle to join the alliance of Elle, and Elle would accept. Duncan is suspicious of Elle, and he decides that he wants to take him to the end. Is suspicious of Elle and sees him as a truly rival. Elle would stand up to Duncan about Harold's bullying. I think Elle would just wake up Duncan because I don't think he'd necessarily care or Ezekiel. And I think in the end, Noah gets sent home. In episode 5, Owen replaces Justin in the talent show, and Harold still wins the challenge. Now, Cody votes for Trent, but Heather would get these 5 to vote for Trent, so she has a majority. In episode 6, Sucky Outdoors and Katie gets lost, Cody would finally join these guys in an alliance. In episode 7, as Phobia Factor, I think Eva passes, Sadie and Duncan pass, DJ passes, Ezekiel passes, Elle passes. Tyler would pass in this universe because Eva's here. With Sean failing, Heather passes, Owen, Izzy, and Lindsay pass, and Beth. 7, Kill Russ win because Elle would get the winning point. And Lashana and Lindsay, I think Elle would get everyone but Lashana in her group. So Gwen and Cody are concerned that they're the only ones in the alliance. Episode 8, Up the Creek. It's going to be Cody and Glenn, Owen and Izzy, which leaves Heather and Beth. Tyler. So Elle would talk to Harold and they need to get people in the alliance with these 4. Bridget would get Sadie, DJ and Jeff, Ezekiel and Harold, Eva and Tyler, which leaves Elle and Duncan. Elle and Duncan are talking on the boat, and they actually bond here, as they realize they're actually more common than they think. As Elle says, he enjoys his bad boy reputation. I think in the end, Izzy still gives me the idea, and she gets chased down by the CRMP. Episode 9, Pink Mud Deer Hunter. Cody's still here to get more Bad Bear, so he gets removed after the challenge. Episode 10's Cooking Challenge. Owen still eats the ribs. Beth still has the cursed statue. She reveals it. They're forced to vote her off. Episode 11, Who You Can Trust. It's Gwen and Heather, I think. Duncan, Bridget, Duncan, DJ, Lindsay, Owen, Bridget, Jeff, Owen gets sent to the infirmary. Gwen, Heather, Lindsay, Sadie, and Elle. I think Heather gets sent to the infirmary. Ezekiel, Harold, Lindsay, Gwen. I think Gwen, Lindsay. And then it's Duncan, Jeff, and DJ, Gwen, and Lindsay. So I think the Gophers win. The Killer Basketball Emotion. Now, Elle would have. So Bridget would vote for Duncan. These 3 vote for Sadie. And Elle would get the rest of his group to vote for Sadie, regardless of what Tyler does here. I just think Sadie's get voted off after the challenge. As Elle would deduce that Tyler is more useful for challenges, so he'd want to keep him around. And would deduce that Tyler is a good vote to have, since Eva is able to speak to Tyler, and Tyler can be a good vote to keep it around to get rid of Duncan's little group. Episode 12 is Basic Training, and Tyler wins immunity for the boot camp episode as Elle was correcting his assumption. And of course, Owen, Lindsay, and Heather vote for Gwen. Episode 13, The Extreme Torture. I think Harold still crashes into a rock and wipes out Owen, Eva, DJ, Owen, Jeff, Heather, Jeff, then Harold, Lindsay. Now, Harold still crashes into a rock. So I think here, Harold goes like normal. Which of course Tyler would vote Harold and the other 5 vote Harold. Now, Elle wouldn't want to vote Harold, but I think Harold's out. So now it's the merge, and episode 14 is an elimination round. And we bring back Izzy. In episode 15, Eva wins immunity, and Heather has Lindsay and Izzy in her group. Heather can also get Tyler on side, which really concerns Elle and Owen, so she has 5 votes. Elle and Ezekiel would talk to Duncan, and he would talk to Duncan on how Heather is able to convince Bridget to vote for Duncan, but Sherry being hesitant. And Ezekiel and Elle talk to Duncan and Eva on how they should make a one-time truce to get rid of Heather, as she has 5 votes. And Elle is able to make a deal with Bridget to get rid of Duncan, so Heather gets sent home. In episode 16, Eva wins the challenge. I think Duncan is going to realize there's too many couples here. There's like 3 couples actually. So Elle would make a singles alliance with Duncan, DJ, Ezekiel, and Eva, so they can make it to the final 5. As although there's 6 of them, they don't have to necessarily vote them all off today. Elle would deduce that they should vote Izzy, because Izzy would be the biggest threat going forward. So these 5 vote Izzy. So here's how the votes go. Elle convinces Tyler, Duncan, and DJ to vote for Izzy. Jeff and Bridget would also vote Izzy. Lindsay and Tyler would vote Duncan. And Owen would vote Duncan, and Izzy's out. Episode 17 is trying to be sneaky. I think the winner of the challenge is Elle, because he would be really good at this type of thing as LaShawna won the original. DJ and Owen are fighting on the roof, and I think Eva and Ezekiel win the challenge. Now, which is good for them. So Elle, Ezekiel, and Eva get Duncan and DJ. That they have majority, and they now get Owen in this little group. They vote off Bridget, as she's very good at sports. And one of the reasons why Duncan is so threatened by her in the original is she's very good at sports, so she has to have naturally good balance. So I think they vote off Bridget. Episode 18 is the bike race, and I think who wipes out? Jeff wipes out DJ. Ezekiel wipes out. Tyler crashes into a boulder and wipes out. Nails 5-second round, so Owen and Duncan wipe out. And Elle's very good, so he would wipe out. So between Lindsay and Eva, I think Lindsay would cross before Eva. So I think due to the unfair ruling, I feel like Eva gets eliminated here. And episode 19 is still DJ, and Ezekiel wins the challenge. And Duncan. Episode 20, I think Elle would talk to the others on how the guys and how we need to get rid of Lindsay or Tyler. Now Elle would win the challenge. Elle has Ezekiel. And I think Elle would choose... I think they would choose to vote for Tyler because he's more physically athletic and a bigger threat. But I think Elle would choose... Duncan says that our former Killer Boss members need to stick together, so I feel like they vote for Lindsay, as Lindsay is the less predictable, on top of the fact that Elle would know how to work Tyler way better, so I do think he keeps Tyler around. In episode 21 is we're calling about Duncan and Tyler. So Elle and Duncan, Ezekiel, Tyler, Owen, Jeff, Owen, Duncan, Elle, Jeff, Tyler, Ezekiel, Tyler, Elle, Tyler, Ezekiel, Jeff. So the eating challenge, Ezekiel, Owen, and Duncan. Ezekiel and Owen, please, Duncan, Jeff, Tyler, Elle. So the eating challenge, Owen, Jeff, Owen, Ezekiel. The race on Duncan, Jeff, Remuneration Order, Elle, and Tyler. So they think it's a popularity contest at this point. So they vote off Jeff. Episode 22 is obviously Owen. Episode 23 nomination. Episode 24 is basically... Guys, so basically it's Tyler and Duncan versus Jeff and Ezekiel. Now Tyler, Elle and Ezekiel would get there a lot faster than Tyler and Duncan. And I think Duncan gets eliminated. in episode 25's that Triple Dog Days, the Desert Minnesota, that's what they got, but they're not around Owen this time. So I think Ezekiel would get eliminated. So Elle and Tyler in the finale, and that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Abyss Nursing Video. If Elle was in Todd Island, and yeah, forever.